Every footwear brand seems to be dropping a golf version of their most popular trainers, and Under Armour are no exception. Here we've got the retooled Phantom trainers to turn them into a spikeless pair of golf shoes. So if you're looking for a sporty, casual pair of golf shoes that you can wear to the course, on the course, and then on the drive back home again, then you might want to check these out. For transparency, Under Armour sent me these golf shoes as part of their Going Under capsule, but as always, I'll be giving you my full, honest opinion of these shoes. I'll be running you through the key details, what I like about them, as well as what I don't like about them. So hopefully it will help you decide if these are the right golf shoes for you. Golf shoes? Golf trainers? Tap the like and subscribe buttons if you find this video helpful, and let's get into it. In terms of sizing, I'd say that these come up a little bit small. Personally, I would have preferred to go up half a size to have a little bit more room at the end of my toes, and that's exactly the same as, 1 second. These, the trainer versions. So I bought these with my own money, but I can confirm that the fit of the golf shoes is very, very similar to the fit of the trainers. And to be fair, the looks are, well, they're pretty much identical as well, really. I did find that it's quite a narrow fit as well. I've got a relatively narrow foot, so it didn't give me any problems or anything like that, but it didn't feel like I had the most room around my toes and my midfoot. So if you've got a particularly wide foot, these probably aren't going to be the shoes for you. They retail for £125 or $140 US, and there's a few different colorways that you can get. These are the limited edition Going Under colorway in this kind of grey camo pattern on the upper. It's a knitted upper, same as the trainers really, but you have got this coating, you can hear that there? But then the rest of the upper as well is coated with I think it's called Never Wet, but it's coated with some kind of material that will give it some waterproofness. But you can see here when I did my full waterproof test, I poured water both over this toe box upper as well as the soft material on the bottom of the tongue, and no water got through. So if you're going to be wearing these, you know, looking for your ball in heavy rough on a wet, dewy morning or playing in heavy rain, you're not going to have to worry, at least initially, in terms of any water getting through to your socks. You've got a substantial TPU heel counter that's helping lock in the back of your foot there. And you can see here that this shoe is using a thick Hover midsole. So Hover is a nice, soft, squishy foam, not quite as soft as something like an Adidas Boost or a Nike React, but it's certainly very nice and soft and comfortable. And when you've got a huge amount of it, like you've got here in these shoes, you're getting a very, very nice, comfortable, soft ride underfoot with these shoes. On the outsole, you've then got this rubber outsole design. It's not the most aggressive. These very much are designed to be used on, during, and after golf. So they are a very versatile outsole. You're getting enough traction. I've got to say, when using them in the summer, I didn't necessarily experience any issues slipping in them, but when it starts to rain or, you know, the ground starts to get a little bit wet, personally, I'm going to be opting for a spiked shoe rather than a versatile spikeless one like this. That's just my personal preference. You also see these slits on the outsole as well, so that's something that Under Armour do on pretty much most of their golf shoes, and that's to help give it a little bit more flexibility on the outsole, give you a nice, comfortable walking feeling when you're out on the course. Right, so let's move on to what I like about this shoe. And first of all, I love the fact that I didn't get any blisters with these shoes when I wore them for 18 holes straight out of the box. No issues whatsoever, no rubbing, no hot spots. This is a very comfortable shoe right out of the box. You've got actually quite a bit of padding around the heel and ankle. Then you've also got this collar material, so it's an integrated tongue, so you've got a collar around the outside, goes straight into the tongue. Well, is it really a tongue? It's just part of the upper really. There's a little bit of stretch in that upper, but you've got loads of softness under the feet as well. Generally, all round, this is just a nice, comfortable pair of shoes to wear. I very much like the casual style of this shoe. If you're looking for, well, a shoe that you can wear with a pair of jogging bottoms or in shorts and you don't want to go too formal, then these could be fitting the bill quite nicely. Another thing that I really liked about these is that you actually feel really locked into the shoe. I think Under Armour have done a really good job with that. Some people might not like that feeling. They might like having a bit more room and a little bit more movement in your foot. But in terms of actual on-course performance and stability, you kind of want to be locked into that shoe as much as possible. I didn't have any slipping at the heel, and I could really kind of feel it gripped nicely around the outside and inside of my midfoot there. Now, with it being such a thick midsole, I was a little bit worried about stability and maybe kind of rocking over too much, but actually it's quite a wide outsole. And I've got to say, I didn't really notice any stability issues with this shoe. I've got pretty weak ankles from years and years of playing football, and now my ankles are pretty much just like elastic bands. They flip and flop all over the place. But I didn't have any kind of sensational worry that I'm going to be rolling my ankles in these shoes. And lastly, I've got to love the waterproof nature of these shoes. There's so many shoes these days that when you pour water in my waterproof test up onto the laces, it seeps into the side of the tongue and gets your foot wet. You're going to have no worries with these shoes, at least initially out the box. I believe Under Armour have given you a 1-year waterproof guarantee with these. How long that waterproof coating or whatever it is on the tongue is going to last, can't really say, but for now, you certainly don't have any worries. Unfortunately, I do have a few dislikes with these shoes as well. The first one is that you can see here, you've got such a thick midsole at the rear and the middle of the shoe, and then it kind of tapers down to quite a point. It feels like these shoes want to kind of push my feet to the end all the time. Now, I know it's not just the golf shoes because I have the exact same sensation when I wear the trainer versions as well. It's not uncomfortable and I got used to it, but certainly straight out the box and for the first few holes, I thought that was quite a unique feeling. It takes a little bit of getting used to. The second thing that I'm not a huge fan of is this kind of crisscross pattern on the midsole. I don't mind it as a texture point of view in terms of the looks, but you can see here on this shoe that it's ended up getting pretty dirty, scuffed up, bits of mud and stuff in it. And even after I've kind of cleaned them with some warm soapy water, you still kind of see the dirt and residue in that midsole there. Just means that these look a little bit dirty. You're not going to keep them box fresh for very long. My other dislike with these shoes is the fact that this collar material here feels a little bit stiff. I would have liked it if it could have been a little bit softer. When I was wearing these shoes with some no-show socks, I can feel that on my ankle. It didn't cause any blisters or anything like that. Maybe that's just gonna get softer over time. It just would have been nicer if that was a little bit softer right on the edges. Now, before I suggest any alternatives to these shoes, if you are in the market for a pair of casual, sporty golf trainer-style shoes, golf trainers, if you want to support the channel, then you can click the first link down in the description below, and that will take you to a sign up for my free monthly Golf Deals newsletter. It takes about 10 seconds to sign up, and every month I will send you the biggest and best golf deals that I find, and they get sent straight to your inbox. If you don't feel like doing that, you can still support the channel by tapping the like and subscribe button. We're almost at 10,000 subscribers. I'm going to do a pretty significant giveaway when I get there to thank everyone for all the support of the channel. So hopefully we can get there real soon. And if you subscribe to the channel, you're more likely to see whatever it is that I do as the giveaway. In terms of alternatives to these shoes, pretty much every brand in the golf world has their own trainer style golf shoe at the moment. If you want something that's going to be even more comfortable and even more breathable than these, then I recommend you check out the Adidas Ultra Boost golf shoes. They're not a particularly stable golf shoe, but if you're looking for comfort, then you can't get much more comfortable than those. If you're looking for something a little bit more casual in style, then maybe check out the Nike Pegasus or the Adidas Samba shoes. I hope you enjoyed this video, and why not check out one of these reviews right here, where I'll run through my review of these casual golf shoes.